Is the Waitangi Tribunal past its use-by date? Should the Waitangi Tribunal be abolished? Is the New Zealand Waitangi Tribunal becoming another elite racist organisation that is well past its use-by date, and should be wound up? Very similar to the New Zealand Te Pāti Maori Party, they don't represent ordinary everyday hard-working Maori anymore. They seem only concerned with feathering the nest of selected wealthy iwi, at the expense of everyone else. Take the latest nonsense being branded about the mainstream media traps from the Waitangi Tribunal. They want to develop a new constitution for New Zealand, based on the tribunal's own interpretation of the treaty, as a better way forward for all Kiwis. What utter garbage. And, this nonsense alone, is good reason to abolish the Waitangi Tribunal outright. Perhaps there is cause to audit the bank accounts of various MPs and iwi representatives. The Constitution of New Zealand is about public power, the power of the state. It describes and establishes the major institutions of government, states their principal powers, and regulates the exercise of those powers in a broad way. The Constitution Act 1986 recognizes that the King, the sovereign in right of New Zealand, is the head of state of New Zealand, and that the Governor-General appointed by him is his representative in New Zealand. Each can, in general, exercise all the powers of the other. Then along comes the Waitangi Tribunal with a proposition to discuss, review and change the constitution that has worked well for years, and make it more favourable for elite Maori, but disguised as caring for all New Zealanders. As I said before, utter nonsense and garbage. And, what does the New Zealand First Deputy Leader Shane Jones MP have to say about this sleight of hand tactic?
Let's be very careful. No one is altering the existence or indeed the wording of the treaty. We stood, we campaigned, and we enjoyed a legitimate mandate as a consequence of October the 14th. Now, I just fear that we're in the grip of an iwi treaty mania, and we want to ensure that the Waitangi Tribunal and its mandate does not steer the treaty in an area where it creates further polarization and divisiveness. What role, if any, is iwi to play in constitutional matters? I'm horrified the Waitangi Tribunal apparently is currently conducting an inquiry into the Constitution. That's why I want the mandate of the Waitangi Tribunal review. But these are political matters. And we have a system where the sovereignty rests with the voters of New Zealand, not with iwi.
Shane objected strongly to such a preposterous idea. He said emphatically that any change to the Constitution should be the prerogative of democratically elected officials, and the tribunal did not have a mandate from New Zealanders to consider changes to the Constitution. Clearly, this is just another case of race-based politics rearing its ugly head again. What do you think? Is the Waitangi Tribunal past its use-by date and should be abolished? Thank you for listening. Geraint, on behalf of WhangareiTim.